Joins from North American Whitetail. Very pleased to have with us Gordon Whittington. Gordon, thanks for your time, sir.
Glad to be here, Cam. Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely, man. It's great to have you, and congratulations on the brand new season, North American Whitetail starting up.
Well, thank you so much. We're just about to hit that 1 decade mark, and that's pretty exciting around here.
Absolutely. So what do you have for us this season?
Well, you'll be shocked to know that we're going to talk about whitetail deer.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're still finding incredibly interesting and fascinating and unique things to say about America's #1 big game species, and we just keep rolling with the hunts. We keep rolling with the special segments, and it's all good.
You know, as you say, you've been doing this for almost 10 years now. How have you seen the hunting industry, and particularly how Americans approach whitetail over the last decade?
Well, clearly, this species has been very popular for a very long time, and obviously, whitetail hunters, in total, they outnumber all other hunters combined in North America. So it's not like this is a new thing that people have started getting interested in deer, obviously.
Right.
But what we have seen is much more of a focus on both hunting mature deer and certainly more of a focus on private land deer management, and those two tend to go hand in hand.
All right, so when you talk about the private land management as opposed to public land management, we're seeing more private management than we were a decade ago?
Well, I would say so. It's not like we've suddenly seen a mass exodus of people from public lands. In fact, I think some of the public lands probably are not hunted as heavily as they were back a generation or two ago when that's where most of the deer were.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have so many more deer on private land. We've had so much more habitat management in the private sector that the hunting has really improved on private land, and as a result of people feeling they have some control over the management of their property, their habitat, and their herd, we're seeing more and more of the serious hunters go toward private land hunting.
You know, as you've been talking, Gordon, we're seeing some pictures, some still shots of some of the whitetail that you've had the opportunity to take over the years, and I got to tell you, man, I don't know how you can look at these pictures and not want to go out and get your own.
Well, believe me, I started deer hunting when I was 5, and that's now 52 years ago. So I grew up on a ranch back in Texas where I had the opportunity, literally as a preschooler, to start deer hunting. In many states, that certainly is not the case because of minimum hunting ages and restrictions. But I was blessed to have the opportunity to grow up where there were a lot of deer, and I could start very early. So it got in my blood very quickly. I shot my first deer when I was 6, and I've been blessed to have the opportunity to just keep rolling on from there and to be in the business now for basically since North American Whitetail began back in the early 80s.
So you growing up with that background and getting your first whitetail when you were 6, there are some of us, sadly, Gordon, who do not have that childhood experience and didn't grow up in a hunting family. Are you, when you're out and about and you're talking to other hunters and you're talking to people who are interested in getting into hunting, are you finding more people who didn't grow up with that traditional background who have either come to hunting as grown-ups or who go to you, Gordon, and say, listen, man, I really want to get started in this, but I don't know where to go. How do I do this?
Well, as with many other things of a recreational nature these days, there's a lot more information than there used to be, and a person finds a lot more support out there, I think, outside their own family than what I grew up with. When I was a kid, you basically were mentored by a male older family member of some fashion, grandfather, uncle, dad, whoever, even an older brother, or you did not get into hunting, and you tended to not get into hunting unless you were a male. Now, today we've seen a huge increase in the number of female hunters, and really of all ages, but particularly girls and younger women. They make up the fastest growing part of the hunting population, especially for whitetail deer.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Gordon, again, I'm really pleased you could come on the program this afternoon. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, another edition of North American Whitetail. Have a great run this season. It's fantastic talking to you.
Same here, Cam. Appreciate it, buddy.